Hey everyone, this is the real Mr. Robinson here. I'm doing a special video, kind of. I thought it would be interesting that I go through my entire DVD and Blu-ray collection and pull out movies that I have multiple versions of. Like, it's the same movie but different versions. As you can tell, I'm behind a camera, I'm using a smaller camera. It still works. It's one I've used in the past. So let's start out with the two obvious ones right here. Godzilla. This is the classic media DVD version that came out in 2006. Really neat cover. They advertise it as Gojira, which is obviously the Japanese term for it. And it comes with a disc featuring the original Japanese version, a little booklet, and then another disc for the American version, Godzilla King of the Monsters. This was actually the first time the original Japanese version was released on DVD. This is the third time the American version's been released. But basically, both have trailers to each movies. Both of them come with audio commentaries from Steve Reifel and Ed Gajuszewski, I hope I pronounced that right, who are really well-known Godzilla experts. And this one comes with two featurettes. One involves the making of the Godzilla suit and designing Godzilla, and basically the story structure, including like info on deleted scenes, different shots, that kind of stuff. So it's kind of cool, really cool. And then over here is the Criterion Blu-ray of Godzilla, which also comes with the US version. Obviously it's the Criterion Collection, so they do, come on, there we go, they do a bang-up job. It comes with a little booklet, which is a different essay. The booklet for this one is done by Steve Reifel. This one is done by, features an by Jay Hoberman, Poetry After the A-Bomb. And basically, it's an interesting read, especially if you're a big fan of Godzilla or Japanese history in general. Then it does have this little thing, the Godzilla from Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, which is kind of weird when promoting the first movie, but regardless, both movies are on this single disc, and the bonus features are entirely different. There's two commentaries for each movie done by, I'm blanking out on the name, but he did an audio commentary for the classic media DVD for Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. It also comes with interviews, newly conducted interviews by the Criterion Collection, interviews from Haruo Nakajima, the very first actor to play Godzilla, and Akira Takarada, who was supposed to have a cameo in the 2014 Godzilla, but they cut it, I think, from the US release. It might be in the Japanese version, I don't know, but comes with that. Comes with the interview from Akira Ifukube, the film's composer, which was actually on the Japanese DVD. It comes with featurettes on the special effects, history of the atomic bomb. No, not the atomic. The Lucky Dragon number 5 boat, the events that influenced the opening of the film. Interviews with some Japanese critic, some special effects photographers, including the special effects director of the Godzilla movies from 1989 to 1995. So that's kind of interesting. And the fact that like having these two like of the same movie kind of proves that like don't get rid of something because the bonus features, if you're a fan of bonus features, they might be very different. But let's move on. I think this set kind of goes without any explanation because, as we all know, George Lucas had the habit of like modifying the original Star Wars films for each release. So this is obviously the Blu-ray set of the entire complete saga with all the changes that really are unnecessary. And then you have the 2006 DVDs, which contain the 2004 updates, but also included the original theatrical releases in like non-anamorphic widescreen. So that's that. But you might be wondering, why do I have Revenge of the Sith on DVD? If I have it on Blu-ray, why keep the DVD? Well, again, like with the two Godzilla releases, it has to deal with bonus features. There's some bonus features on the DVD for Revenge of the Sith that do not pop up in the Blu-ray, which, I don't know. Yeah, Revenge of the Sith I enjoy, but we'll talk about Star Wars when the time comes. I'm not going to do any Star Wars like reviews on the movies until when we get closer to the release of the Episode 7 movie. So that's basically all I have to say about Star Wars. Right here we have the Indiana Jones movies on DVD and Blu-ray. But, well, unlike Star Wars, the Indiana Jones movies didn't have that many changes to them. They weren't modified at all. So this is like an example of, yes, I even have Kingdom of the Crystal Skull on its own. So this is an example of why keep the DVD if I upgraded to the Blu-ray. And the answer is I like the packaging. Sometimes I like to hang on to some movies that I own multiple versions of because of the packaging. And like that. Really cool. And but, it is nice, like, for a movie series that you love, it is nice to, like, get the upgrade. And this is some really cool packaging on its own also. It's a pain in the ass to get out at times. But basically really neat packaging. These are the kind of Blu-ray covers that I love, where it's just little books that showcase some artwork, posters, and stills from the movie. It's really, really cool. And to my knowledge, I haven't taken a look at the bonus features on here, so I don't know if there are new bonus features here, or if there are bonus features on here that didn't make it here. So that could be a case. That could be another case where, if you're a fan of bonus features, don't throw away any older versions, because some might not pop up in newer versions. Here's another no-duh area in terms of like different versions of the same movie. This is the Lord of the Rings trilogy, obviously, and obviously the DVDs are the original theatrical releases, and the Blu-ray is obviously the extended edition. And both of these like different pairs of releases have different bonus features. Each of the Lord of the Rings DVDs have a certain amount of bonus features that the Blu-ray does not have, and vice versa, which I've never actually gotten a chance to watch the extended editions from beginning to end because they're so long. So one day I'll get around to watching them and maybe give a review. This is another definitive example of keeping two different versions of the same movie because of packaging alone. Well, kind of, because these two Alfred Hitchcock sets, video-wise, bonus feature-wise, movie-wise, sort of, they're identical. I mean, this is obviously upgraded to Blu-ray, this is DVD, but this Alfred Hitchcock DVD box set is very cool. It's got a little door right here, and the key difference outside the packaging between these two sets is that the Blu-ray comes with North by Northwest, where this one doesn't, so I had to pick up North by Northwest on its own. So there's definitely that. Not much else to say outside of it's Alfred Hitchcock, and this is probably one of the coolest box sets that I have in my collection. Yet another example of like keeping different versions of one movie because of the packaging. Well, okay, you know what? I take that back again, because this is obviously the Jurassic Park trilogy and the Back to the Future trilogy, which both these series are like releases are identical in a way. The Jurassic, like, I really love the packaging for the DVD set of Jurassic Park, the Adventure Pack, and the Back to the Future DVD set. But I mean, basically, most of the bonus features are the same. The video quality, outside of being DVD and Blu-ray, is pretty much the same also. But the Blu-rays for these two, for Jurassic Park and Back to the Future trilogies, have 6-part documentaries on each of the movies. that don't show up in the DVDs. They were made exclusively for the Blu-ray releases. So, again, you might be wondering why keep the DVDs if all the bonus features are the same here, except for those exclusive documentaries on the Blu-rays. And the answer simply, again, goes back to packaging. I love the packaging for the Jurassic Park trilogy on DVD. And, yeah, it's definitely something that I want to keep around. Plus, if something ever happens, it's nice to have DVD copies of your favorite movies on standby. This will be the last example I'll talk about because I could go on forever. One day I'll do a DVD and Blu-ray collection, but this is the last example I want to go over. For Peter Jackson's King Kong, I would say I have two versions of it on DVD. One's the theatrical release, one's the extended edition. And then the Blu-ray is both cuts on one disc. So differences are the theatrical DVD of King Kong basically kind of skimps out on bonus features, just has a few production diaries. It has an interesting faux documentary, or fake documentary about Skull Island. And just some other bonus features that are okay, but the extended edition excels in bonus features. It has stuff that shows the props of King Kong, or all the references that this movie shares with its 1933 counterpart, its superior counterpart. There was a little short film made by the actors and some of the crew members in celebration of Peter Jackson's birthday during production. And just some other cool stuff, deleted scenes, outtakes, so-and-so. Really, really neat set. The problem with this is, though, like with Lord of the Rings extended release, is the extended edition of King Kong is on 2 discs. So that's why I have the Blu-ray. If I wanted to watch the extended edition of King Kong on, uninterrupted, that's what the Blu-ray's for. But the Blu-ray has some exclusive bonus features on its own that differentiate from the 2 DVD releases. So that's pretty much the basic idea I wanted to get across. Again, one day I'll do a Blu-ray DVD collection video and showcase all the other movies I have. But until then, it's the real Mr. Robinson. Tell me what you guys think of some of the stuff I have, and I'll see you guys later.